Welcome to Forever Talking, where we talk nothing forever. My name is Ian Moore with my commentating partner and co-host. Fuck you, Nick Walken, Jacob. On today's episode, we're waiting for a very special guest who's wasting my time and your time and our guest times. You know, he's got this thing called a job. You know,
Vince McMahon.
is he joining us today?
No,
Did you pull some strings?
cancel.
Yeah, he's got some problems.
Oh, he's here now.
He can't even get to the house. I mean, he can't even, he can't even leave the house anymore. I wonder if he has any bit of that company anymore.
No, he doesn't.
Did he sell all of his stock? The downfall's got to be studied. Yeah, I know. I know.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to say something, Jake.
Come on, Mike. Hurry up!
I'm sorry. Are you paying me, or is the other company paying me? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, meetings and meetings.
Listen, I don't want to hear about this full-time job you got. All right, that's absolutely ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back to the show, Mike.
What up? What up?
We missed you. It's been so long. Every time you're on the show, the people love you.
So it's rating spike right now.
They do spike. I think.
Yeah.
Is he our highest viewed episode?
Yeah.
I think that last year's WrestleMania had you and Gary. That episode got 799 views or something like that.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I mean, listen. I pull in different areas. Bitches.
Yeah. Whatever floats your boat, bud.
Not really. I don't.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Why'd you move my soda?
I can't see the screen.
Yeah, but I'm thirsty.
Put it right here.
Don't tell me what to do. Okay. Mike, how you doing, buddy?
I'm fine. How are you?
You know what? I'm not bad. I gotta get whatever job that you got 3 hours in the day to film a podcast.
Oh, 3 hours. You get one, baby.
Hey, you said that I could get you from 12:30 to 1:30 or 1:30 to 2:30.
Yeah,
that's 2 hours, but
1:30 to 2:30. That would be an hour.
Yeah, I mean it's 2 hours. It was an exaggeration, my original statement, but you know what I'm saying.
I don't know what you're saying.
I got 25 on the ACT. I got nothing to prove. Right?
I very rarely know what you're saying.
What'd you get on the ACT?
Not good.
Yeah, exactly. Shut up. God. Anyways, Mike, you're some sort of champion. You got that belt in the back. Fantasy football, I believe.
Fantasy football, yep.
Yeah. Even though you know nothing about football.
I know nothing about football.
At all. So, I mean, congratulations. But we're talking about some other champions today. Today's entire episode, it's episode 72.
Yeah.
Yeah. Episode 72 is going to be all about wrestling and WrestleMania coming up this weekend. Again, this is just like last year. Nick's going to be very quiet this episode. Every prediction that he has is just going to be the opposite of mine.
Yep.
Jacob's very excited about this year's WrestleMania. He's invested a lot of time and energy into it. I don't watch the weekly shows anymore. I just follow up what's going on Twitter and Instagram. And I'm sure you do the exact same thing because I got kids. We're also missing Gare Bear today. He probably could not wing the 1:30 film time that we set. And he doesn't love us anymore. Mike, he didn't show up at soccer no more.
I don't know if it's us. It might be just you.
Well, I mean, that's fair. I mean, you get one kid, the world starts falling apart. You know what I'm saying?
You'll find out one day, my man.
No, I won't.
Okay.
I'm not gonna have any kids. I'm just gonna adopt them.
All right, continue.
Don't tell me what to do.
Let's go wrestling.
I'm just gonna adopt one, but already 17, 18 years old, and one that has the potential to be a pro athlete. I call it an investment.
All kids are investments.
That's fair.
You see my bank account. It's an investment.
Yeah, sure. Oh yeah, I do remember that. Congratulations. Yeah,
Right.
that's true. So anyways, yeah, this episode's really just going to be dedicated towards WrestleMania. We're going to try and get in and out of here like this, like that, because we got somewhere to be and you got somewhere to be. And last year's episode, I believe, was the longest episode we ever filmed at like an
So
hour.
stop procrastinating.
Don't tell me what to do. This is my show. I'll do what I want.
Oh, I thought it was our
This is our show.
Nick's like, I'm out, man. See ya.
Yeah, see ya.
Truth comes out.
Nick's contract's coming to an end. So before we get into it, last year's WrestleMania. Obviously, you were the only one out of the entire group that predicted Roman to win. With the benefit of hindsight today, as we go into WrestleMania 40, which is the WrestleMania XL in Texas.
Mhm.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Isn't Philly this year?
Mhm.
Oh, Philly. Yeah, because the bell is in the front of the poster. When was it in Texas? It was in Texas in 38. Yeah, my bad. That's on me, man. I forgot. I'm sorry. So it's in Philly this year.
Yes.
With the benefit of hindsight, how do you feel? Do you feel like it was a good choice for Roman to keep the belt,
Yes, I do.
knowing everything that we've gotten so far?
No.
Hey Nick, you see that? Well, you see that switch over there?
Yeah.
Go ahead and switch that off. I got to switch my AC unit off so it doesn't make noise in the background.
I don't hear anything, so
I do though, and that's the most important thing.
He gets distracted.
Yeah, I get distracted easily. Why do you think it was a good choice?
well, I think it's led to a lot of good storylines. I think you built Cody back up to not just this guy who's gonna come in and just take the belt off. It kind of made him seem to work for, especially when he came in number 30 last year in Royal Rumble. It just kind of was like, all right, it's obvious he's going. So there was more questions this year, and then now the whole Rock stuff has been excellent. So it's just been a fun ride.
But it
So
wasn't going to be excellent. They wanted it to be Rock versus Roman.
So well,
That was the game plan. And then everybody said, nah, fuck all that. That's stupid. Except this guy over here. I mean, if Roman was in the room today, this guy would have bruising on the back of his throat.
Yep.
I mean, that's how.
Because you don't. Okay. In my.
If you're about to say I don't
You
understand,
don't understand
Okay.
that he, for 4 years now, he has carried WWE and brought them out of a time that wasn't great.
I'm
And
very aware.
Okay. But you
I
don't give him the
understand.
benefit of the doubt for that.
Yeah. Why? When did I ever say that?
For the past year.
Yeah, I
since-
said get the belt off him. He's had it for too long.
You should have it still.
He
Till
wants.
Cody beats him at Mania.
He wants him to win.
No, I don't.
It would
I can,
be.
see, I can see a world where he might. We can get into that later, but I can see a world where he might.
Yeah, I can too.
I'll kill someone. Probably everybody sitting next to me right now. That would be the most baffling. We'll get into it. I think that with the addition of Rock coming in, it's been good, especially since The Rock, going back on his ego and deciding, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead. I will play the bad guy this time around. And that's obviously the best choice for it. The worst choices that you could have had if you would have just taken Cody out of it entirely. Like if they would have went the route where it was Cody versus Seth and then Roman versus Rock, terrible. Absolutely terrible, baffling. I would never even why. And then I also would hate a world where it was like that we're throwing around the idea of Roman wrestling twice, wrestling Rock on night 1 and Cody in night 2. That would have been dumb. But I like how it's set up right now where the Bloodline story, or at least the main continuity of it, will probably end this weekend, or it should end this weekend.
Well, maybe the beginning of the end to some degree.
Yeah, but it's been the beginning of the end since last year.
There's still a little bit I think you can do in the aspect of, I still think there's a storyline where if let's say which I would like, if Roman loses to Cody, Roman kind of like goes away for a little bit, turns into like crazy. I can't sustain, like, I can't fathom that I don't have the championship. And in my head, I'm not that guy. But The Rock is like, obviously, you're not the tribal chief anymore since you don't have the title. Then it leads to them fighting.
Yeah, I think it should be. I think it's going to be Rock versus Roman next
Yeah.
year, but it should never be with the title.
No, not anymore.
That would be baffling. So what we're gonna do, Nick, do you have any thoughts about the storyline going into WrestleMania?
Yeah, a lot.
Well, I mean, can you give me one thought?
Yeah, I have no idea.
You could have said that's good. Just be like, I'm a big fan of it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you could have just moved on.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
Nick, Mike, how do you feel about this year's WrestleMania? Are you
Uh,
excited? Is there excitement?
Moderate excitement.
Is there interest? Like, I was super interested in last year's WrestleMania. I thought it was built really, really well.
Right.
Do you feel does it the same this year as it was last year?
Probably about the same. Yeah. I mean, I'm like you. I don't watch the weekly shows, and if I do, it's very just hit or miss. But I follow up on Bleacher Report or whatever. But it's probably about the same. Where just the main title pictures have got me interested, but the other mid car stuff, minus a few things, really is I
Yeah.
could take it or leave it.
Yeah. I think like for me, like I'm interested in this year's WrestleMania, but I'm still like my peak excitement was still last year. Like I felt like last year was it just felt like that was the right place to end it for me. But we'll talk about the main event. We'll all give our predictions. And but the first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna rattle them off. Um,
You have the card?
I have the card. I got the card ahead of me. Jacob's gonna go like scientific into this.
I'm so ready.
Every single episode that he's been on, he's been the loud, obnoxious, out of pocket one. And if you notice, he hasn't said a lot of words for this episode yet because he's been looking at the card, analyzing how it's going to go from each bell to bell. He is so locked in on this year's
I'm so ready.
WrestleMania.
I'm trying to. I've literally tried to pull strings to get a ticket for night 2.
I mean, he would go.
100% go.
He would drive to go there if he could.
Mm-hmm.
WrestleMania, did they announce where 41 is yet? They said
Probably.
either Memphis or Vegas.
I think it's Vegas.
It
think it's
should be Vegas.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's
That'd be
Vegas.
sick. If it isn't Vegas,
Right.
Ian's there. So anyways, I don't have it situated.
You want to go off this one? I
Is
it's
it
kind
does
of,
it have night one and
it
night
doesn't have
two?
night 1, night 2.
We're
Because
looking at
I
it.
don't think they've announced night 1 and night 2. I think they've just said that they have 2 main events
Yeah.
and that's it.
I think I kind of got it here. I mean, it's all the matches.
Okay. So
So
So question, is this predictions or is this who you want to win?
predictions.
Okay.
Who do you think's gonna win? And then, I mean, like last year, we could do a competition like we did it last year, where I write down it.
What was the competition? I remember.
It was just I don't think it was for money or
I'm
anything.
pretty sure I won and I got nothing. So,
He won.
oh,
Well,
I'm pretty sure Nick won and got nothing.
Yeah. Why would I give Nick anything? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
thanks to you, Tom.
It was. I mean, he got them all right because I got them all wrong.
That right there proves how I got that there. When you don't know anything about the
Yeah.
sport,
You can
win.
just win. Yeah. When you're that damn good, you can just win whenever. So with that being said, let's just get into it. Let's just go right into it.
Do it.
And then I don't have to write it down because I got film proof right here. I got everything I need. The WWE Women's Championship. This isn't the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship. This is the one with the big giant W on the front of it. Io Sky versus Bailey. Now, you know more about the storyline than I do. I don't pay attention to anything. I've been paying attention to a lot of the Rhea stuff because she's awesome.
Yeah.
But like something isn't the group called like Damage Control
Yeah.
or some
I actually think
shit?
this has been one of the best women's stories to roll through. Like how they've done it because they've done it like Evolution.
Yeah.
and they literally lined it up just like how Batista was with Evolution. But yeah, I think it's been great. And I'll say I have Bailey going winning.
Yeah, I got Bailey going over too. It's the right choice. It's the right choice. Mainly because Bailey is Bailey and Io Sky is
She's been great though.
Nick's got Io Sky winning.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah, I got
yeah,
her.
yeah,
I'm gonna call her Io though.
yeah. I told Nick whenever I got here, I was like, this is gonna be a very quiet episode for you because you don't know anything about wrestling. And he was like, oh, it's great. I'm a big fan of this. So yeah, Nick's got Io Sky winning. Mike, why is Bailey winning this match? It's a good talk. I love the way he cut out and completely lagged away.
I really didn't realize that he was lagging away.
Yeah, I think the
I
question
thought
is,
he was just
how long has he been like that?
yeah.
Because he's
Not-
been like that.
Immediately when I asked him,
Are you sure?
yeah,
I don't know.
are we the ones that's lagging away?
Or is he just playing? Is it April Fool's?
No, he's gone. Is he
There
back?
he
You
is.
back?
Back.
Hey,
That was-
There you go.
you gotta figure out what's going on here. What's your internet provider?
T-Mobile,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on with that, man?
right?
You guys switched to AT&T. They're big. They're big. Did you hear what I asked you?
I did not hear what you asked me now. Last I saw you were like this.
He's always like that.
Nah, that's what I'm always like. Why is Bailey winning this match?
Because Bailey deserves it. That's why. She gets her moment finally.
Hasn't she had moment like she's
No.
been the champion?
Yeah, but it hasn't
Yeah.
been like a moment.
And her championship reign was kind of
Yeah.
dog shit, to be honest. That was the hugger, and this is her first heel run, I think. So, well, heel championship run, if I remember
She was ever
correctly.
the champion when she was a babyface, was she?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She was.
He was right. The hugger one when she first came from like NXT.
She was a champion?
Mhm.
Huh. Damn. Yeah, I mean Bailey just makes sense.
Yeah.
She's
I think so.
she's one of the main ones. You know what's interesting? Charlotte's not at this year's WrestleMania because of her knee.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I know. I know
So
you're
we don't have to watch. So we don't have to watch Charlotte win again.
Yeah.
Mm.
And she's 22-time world champion.
She's I think she's at 15. I think she is at 15 or 14.
Yeah, and like 4 of those like reigns were like a day or less. Like when
Yeah.
her and Josh like switched back and
Going
forth.
back and
I
forth.
think it was more than 4. I think they switched it.
Yeah, it was like there was a time where they were going pay-per-view to pay-per-view or like
Yeah.
Raw to that pay-per-view, like pay-per-view, then the Raw.
Great matches,
Yeah.
to be fair. Like we give her a lot of shit. She is probably the best women's wrestler on the planet. If we're being fair, she is. Who's better?
I don't know.
That's it. Nobody's better. Sasha,
As long as she's heel, if she's a face, she's awful.
not better. Well, I mean,
You mean
She's a terrible face. She's
yes,
awful.
she's whatever. I mean, I mean, she's a better heel because you hate her.
Yeah.
Or you like to hate her. I mean,
Yeah,
it,
but she
it
just
depends
can't
if you
be-
hate her.
she's
If you
just not
hate her
like-
for the
She's just not likable.
No,
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 I mean,
not at all. But she's not even a good heel, like in my opinion.
yeah.
Like she doesn't.
Like, do you
Sure,
hate her for the right? Do you hate her?
Yeah, that's what I'm
because of her
saying.
character, or do you hate her because like she's being shoved down your throat? Similar to like
Roman at the beginning.
Roman in 2015,
Sure.
except he was a babyface, so it wasn't. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Charlotte's insane. She blew up her knee like 4 months ago, right?
Mm-hmm. And the triple threat.
She's probably, probably
Yeah,
4 or
that
5
she
months
shouldn't have
out.
been in.
When was that?
I think it was pay-per-view during the fall, but there was literally no build, and she got put into the triple threat because she came out and returned from her prior injury. Came out, returned, immediately got put in the triple threat.
I love it. I think that's good booking. Was Vince around at that time?
No.
Sounds like a Vince move.
Yep. We going
Gosh,
next
Hunter.
women's match?
Next one.
Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch.
That's a banger.
It's a banger.
That's a slapper. I'm taking Becky. Rhea's been the champion for a really long time, and she hasn't really done a lot with the title, to be fair. She's like the uncertified leader of the Judgment Day, it feels like. But she doesn't like I think her and Becky are gonna feud for a little bit. She doesn't need I mean, it depends. Like, do you consider Rhea a face, or she's a heel, but she's also facing against Nia Jax, who's a heel, and everybody just loves Rhea Ripley.
I still think there's a lot more to do with Rhea Ripley. Like, I think she wins, you can still go on to even keep her. I mean, this is far out, but I would say you could keep her till SummerSlam if you want to build someone else up.
But that's it. Who would beat her if it isn't Becky?
That's what I'm saying. But I don't think Becky has something to go for right now. I still think Becky needs to build up her character after the man thing kind of went down after.
I mean, it's still she is still kind of going off of that. Mike, who you got winning?
I have Rhea.
Why?
She is, to me, the women's version of Roman Reigns at this point. They're gonna keep that on her as long as she can.
They're gonna keep it on her for like years at a time.
I don't think years,
Well,
but
actually,
they're gonna give her a
That
good.
would be interesting if she held it for literally like years.
I think genuinely it all plays out to how the Judgment Day does too.
Yeah, and that's my second point. I think that Judgment Day is the next big faction they're really gonna push, and I think it's gonna be one where everyone's gonna have a championship, so they're gonna keep it on her.
That's the thing. I don't think like anybody gives a shit about the Judgment Day unless your name is Dominic Mysterio.
Oh, I'm telling you, I genuinely think at some point Drew McIntyre is going to be the leader of Judgment Day.
I mean, they'll be sick.
They've built that up, and I think either Damian or Finn are gone.
I feel so bad for Finn Balor. I think like if it was me, I would have put the briefcase on Dominic. Dude's the biggest heel in the company, like by far.
Sure.
Could you imagine if it would like in a perfect world, it would have been Punk versus Rollins at night one, and then Dominic Mysterio comes out and screws them both out for the title.
Yeah.
Nuclear Heat becomes the leader of the Judgment Day of some capacity, but he's like a sniveling bitch heel.
Yeah. We can go to it later, but I don't understand the whole reasoning of having him in a tag team match against.
Oh, that's stupid. Yeah,
when they had a banger last year, if you were gonna do it, like they had a banger match last year. If you're gonna do it, I'd rather just have a Rey Mysterio versus Dominic too.
Yeah. So would I.
Like,
I don't have that match on here, but I know
no,
what
but
it
they
is.
just announced it. It's what the LWO versus.
Yeah, it's Ray and
Shoot, I don't even know versus what Santos Escobar and Dominic.
it's stupid.
I mean,
You could have just done like the Ray and Dom thing has been dead for a long time.
yeah. I think they just needed something for him to do.
I mean, I guess. I mean, I think they're still in the mode where they. By the way, you didn't get your prediction.
It doesn't matter.
I chose Becky, so Nick's got Rhea winning.
Yeah.
I think Dominic's gonna win that match because Ray beat him last year, but I don't understand the whole point of that.
Yeah.
I think you could have just done it.
Now,
It's a filler match. It's a filler
Yeah,
match.
it might be on the pre-show anyways, to
Yeah.
be fair. Now I want to get into the first banger match that I'm excited for. Gunther versus Sami Zayn. It's gonna be a banger.
Yeah, matches.
Absolute banger of a match.
I got Gunther.
I got Gunther.
I got Gunther winning. Mike.
Man, I don't know.
I'm
That's one I haven't followed well enough, but
So Mike, there's a whole thing going around that this is
He looks like a Gunther
based off of isn't Rocky 4 the one with the Russian?
Yeah.
okay.
Based off of Rocky 4 where like Rocky was warning Creed like don't take him that lightly and whatever, which Gable's been doing to Sammy, Chad Gable. and then Sammy's gonna get beat at WrestleMania. Gunther's gonna be like, I'm not giving you this title shot. I've already beat you before, type deal to Gable. Gable challenges him for Bash at Berlin in Germany near what is it, Gunther's hometown.
Okay.
And then Gable comes out and wins there.
Okay.
That's how you win it. That's what people have been saying. I think it looks like that way is gonna go.
Okay.
Be
Well,
something.
I'm on Team Gunther then. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
I
Gunther.
think that's the route they are. Well, I mean,
It's
if
a
you-
route they could take.
I think that's the route they're going to go because I think they are going to give it to Gable. But
He
also,
deserves that.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn deserves a title too.
100%.
Well, but he also has he had his title last year.
Yeah.
You know.
He had his moment
True.
last year.
Yeah. I mean, if it was me, I thought they were going to do Seth versus Sammy versus Drew. That's what
Yeah.
it seemed like they were kind of going towards.
But I think that also plays into a lot of the things that I think this is also another continuation to Sammy's story, where it's kind of like NXT Sammy, where Sammy could never win the big one, and that's how they're gonna go. So with how they've played it, that even Gunther, he's the big one too. The Intercontinental Championship is not just some brushed over title anymore.
Right.
It's a title, and he can't win anything, basically. And so I think that's the route they'll go with Sammy.
I can promise you he is going to lose it this year
Oh, yeah.
because he'll be in a world title shot next year.
He should be a world champion.
100%. Now with like the Sammy thing is like, I still think there's a world where you do, and like they haven't done it yet, and it makes me so sad. I really want to see Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn in a world title shot at Mania.
Oh,
That would be,
a banger.
oh my God, that would be insane. Now
Especially right now.
I know we're like so many years past that, and we've seen it so many times and so many different pay-per-views, but like a world title
They never disappoint though.
at WrestleMania, dude. Come on, Mikey. Come on, Mikey.
It won't happen.
It will
So
never happen.
No.
But it should.
pipe dream, baby.
Yeah. And I'm also when we're done with our predictions, I'm gonna have you give me, all of you, what you think your main events will be for next year.
Oh, okay. I'm actually down for that.
All right.
This could be so far off all of us, but it's
Oh
still
yeah,
fun.
it's not even gonna be close. You got Sami
We'll all
Zayn.
agree on one at least.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got Sammy winning that
All
match.
right.
Who do we got
Yeah.
next?
I have the 6-pack ladder match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. I love ladder matches.
Actually,
Oh.
not even the ladder match. Last year, remember we looked over that tag team match that was like a fatal 4-way tag team match,
Slap.
and it was one of the best matches on the card.
Yeah.
So-
The like if you do like a 4-way, by the way, those are always like we need to get people on this
Yes,
WrestleMania
but it's
card.
awesome.
But like they usually always slap, especially the ladder matches at Mania. I miss the like
Money in the Bank ladder matches at Mania were sick back in the day.
oh, they were sick. I miss I miss like the United States Championship or the Internet
Yeah.
like I would have put Logan Paul in a ladder match this year for the US title.
Yeah.
That would have slapped. But this works too, to be fair. It's gonna be
I have a weird prediction for this one.
Finn Balor and Damian Priest versus DIY versus New Day versus Miz and Truth versus 2 teams to be determined. So it says on mine.
So I have Judgment Day versus DIY versus Awesome Truth versus New Day versus A-Town Down Under
Oh.
versus New Catch Republic. New Catch Republic is Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. Who are the champions right now? Judgment Day?
Judgment Day.
I'm gonna go with Miz and R-Truth.
So
It's great. It'd be good.
so there's been a lot, and I kind of believe this because they've been talking about splitting the titles. I think R-Truth is gonna go up and just grab one of the titles. And if he's gonna stay on Raw, he's gonna grab whatever the Raw titles are. And then
That'd be funny.
And then someone else is gonna grab the other.
If he just
They
went
do
up there and
split
got
them,
one.
so that'd be a good way to do it.
Yeah. So I think to be honest, I do think I'll say Awesome Truth.
Yeah. I mean, like, R-Truth is so over.
He's so over,
And they won't
but he
hold
never
it.
has not been.
Yeah, they won't hold it forever.
No,
But
it's a filler.
I think like him taking the tag team titles off of the Judgment Day,
It's
hilarious.
perfect. Yeah.
Perfect. Mike?
I'm going Judgment Day. I think they retain.
Okay.
I'm going with the Miz.
I don't mind. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got awesome truth too. He's going with my prediction.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good. And then what's the status on the Hardy Boys? Did they resign with AEW? Because
So
Who gives a shit?
right now, Matt says he has a new contract
Hmm.
on his table from AEW. He is technically out of a contract. But he has been shown at Raws. Now the big thing is about Jeff, because he had all that time on rehab and stuff. They're
Mhm.
talking about that he might still be under contract because it'll be time that he didn't actually go do stuff with AEW.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Here's the truth, guys.
Yeah, I'm kind of over
It's
it now.
over. Let it go.
Well, I'm just asking.
I'm not coming at you,
Hey.
but like
Admit that their return, whatever WrestleMania that
That was sick.
that was
fucking
7 years ago.
Yeah.
That was still awesome.
And they were at the end of the fucking road then.
Yeah. But if
Eh,
they
that
didn't
was
fuck up, if they
over.
didn't fuck up the broken gimmick,
Yeah.
then it would have been fine.
I just don't. There's no room for them here.
Yeah, not anymore.
To be honest. And I love them both, but it's like
It's past it.
it's past. They're never gonna get. They were having trouble getting time last
To be
year.
honest, the only guy right now out of that generation that's showing that he can still do it is Christian Cage.
Yeah, that guy's.
Christian Cage is
Yeah,
on a remarkable run right now.
yeah. I mean, he's really big on with he performs really well in front of 12 people every.
Oh,
single
well, that's
week.
true. But
By the way, remember a few years ago whenever like the whole Punk thing was going down, and me, you, and Gary were texting back in a chat, and I said AEW won't be around in 5 years.
we're on that path.
They won't be.
I recall. Okay.
They will not be around in 5 years. Whenever
Unless they downsize.
yeah.
So you're saying at this point they won't be here in 3 years?
Yes.
If they are here in 3 years,
It's TNA.
It's not a show that you watch. It's
Yeah.
it's a TNA, it's an Impact, it's
Okay.
There's a few guys that are doing the thing is what's bad, and let's get to this before we go on. The thing about AEW is you have some guys putting on the matches of their damn life, but there are no storylines.
oh yeah.
And storylines are making wrestling right now.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And part of it too is you have guys who are wrestling who are also decision makers, and that just doesn't to me that just adds to more
Oh, it's
drama.
terrible.
And apparently that's what there was John Mox said did an interview with his wife, and he said that's the one thing he just hates about AEW. He said there's so much drama in AEW. He's never seen so a place that just people just
Yeah.
bitching at each other.
Because there's a difference between creative control and complete control.
Yeah.
Right.
And like
Because there's
it was cool in the beginning.
Yeah.
As wrestlers got creative control. But like losing CM Punk, your only significant massive draw.
And the only guy, there's a guy that I think would thrive right now that was in WWE a few years ago, but would thrive right now in WWE with the work he's putting together as a wrestler is Daniel Bryan.
Right.
Every single match he's putting on is unreal, and Triple H would push him to the moon.
Right.
But can't do that now.
Right.
And is Danielson even,
No, he's just on that. I mean, he's already
Oh,
said
he's
already said he's going to retire for full action in 5 months.
I mean, I like that he's,
Yeah, but
At
he's
least
putting
getting a
bangers out.
at least getting a chance to wrestle guys
Yeah.
that he wanted to wrestle.
Yeah.
But like they don't have draws.
We got. You want to go next match?
Yeah.
I got LA Knight versus AJ Styles.
It's got to be LA Knight.
I think it's got to be LA Knight, but
Yeah.
AJ's heel run would be great because he put on a great heel run in TNA.
Yeah, but I think that AJ
Again, put
Styles.
AJ Styles with anyone. AJ Styles is putting on a banger.
Yeah, I mean, but I think AJ Styles like main event heel run.
Oh, it's done.
It's
Yeah,
done. That was. I mean, you gotta think that was 7 years ago. That was 2016.
Yeah, but
You know.
you could still do it.
I know. Mike,
uh, first, I'll say LA Knight deserves better than a match against AJ Styles after his year.
yeah, true.
I'll pick LA Knight to win. However, I would not be shocked if he loses.
Yeah.
Either would I. I think like
I think it's a coin toss, really. It's a coin-
Really, LA deserves to win because he was so over this year and did such a great job. But again,
Triple H seems to do it
he should be in a title match
where
at this point.
Triple H seems to do it where he gives the guys their chance a year later and
Right.
tries to build on top of it. I think there's a chance you'll get LA Knight versus like
Some
Gunther
whatever world
yeah,
champion.
Gunther
I
next year.
just still my big thing is, and Ian knows, I love LA Knight, but I don't know where you go
Yeah.
because like
Yeah.
he's not a great wrestler.
Yeah, he's not. It's not like
Like I don't
he's not
see-
putting on five match.
I don't
five
see
star
him,
event.
I don't see him in a match and I go, wow, he's gonna wrestle. And to be honest, at this point, if you're not at least and to be fair, he botches a lot. And again, I watch Monday and Friday though.
Yeah.
So like when I watch him in a match, sometimes I'm like, dude,
He's a little stiff.
yeah.
He's a little clunky. Especially when he's got to compete against like the guys he's gonna be competing against. But like there's no denying his crowd work
Yeah.
and
He's
his
a great crowd work guy.
and his ability to do that.
Mhm.
But like even like guys like Rock, they were still great in the ring. Plus phenomenal crowd work guys. It's like if you're gonna be a main event guy, you gotta have both. Kind of feels like,
Mhm.
right?
I agree with you.
I mean,
To a point. You gotta have that point to where, especially now with how good everyone is in the ring, you got to be able to at least hold your own.
yeah. And I think there's a significant chance. Like I just said, I think he'll be in a world title picture next year. I don't think he'll ever win it.
Right.
He's 45. You know, like he wins it and then what?
He defends it.
Yeah, but like, I just don't.
I genuinely don't care for a world title run from him.
Yeah.
I just don't. But
I mean, I
think
still
he's
love him.
entertaining.
I
Yeah,
still
think
love
he's
him.
entertaining.
LA Knight. Yeah.
I'm going with AJ
Why not?
Styles.
Nick's going with AJ, he said.
It's
Again,
gotta be him.
Hey, you know what? He
Coin
might very well be right on that one, though.
Yeah, you could. Jey Uso versus Jimmy
I'm
Uso.
excited for this one.
Give me Jay.
Give me Jay.
It's gotta be Jay.
But this is going to be a great match.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I actually am surprised they didn't do Jay versus Jimmy versus Solo.
It doesn't.
I mean, I get it, like doing Jay versus Jimmy
Yeah.
is bigger,
I think.
but they're all brothers, so I would.
Yeah, but I think Solo still. Again,
ready.
no, he's not ready.
Yeah, probably not.
But this I think is gonna start
Yeah,
the again, I think at the end of the match, they're not gonna get back together, but it's gonna be more of like a respect factor
yeah.
type thing. And then at some point down the line, when they're done with both their single stuff, they'll get back together.
Is this night one or night two?
No one knows what's on night one or night two yet.
The only reason I could see Jimmy winning is to make him seem more like a credible threat to help Roman in night two.
I agree. I actually could agree with that.
But I see him losing to kind of the true start of the demise of the Bloodline. He loses to Jay. Roman's pissed off. Rock's pissed
Yeah, it's
off.
like
All
you
them.
didn't do your job type thing.
I mean,
Right,
I
yeah.
think how it should have been last year. I think this should be in. They will all fall. They all need to lose this year, in some capacity.
Sure.
And like I think the Bloodline needs to go away for a bit after tonight or after this weekend.
Sure.
I think we're in the title.
No, it's
Right.
Logan Paul versus
Oh.
Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. We have
Give,
2 more matches before the main events.
okay. So Logan versus Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. Give me Damian Priest cash in.
Shut up.
Who's Damian Priest gonna cash in on?
He's not. I don't think he's gonna cash in.
I have my prediction later. I'll give you that later. Once we get to the match, I think he's going to do it.
I think Logan should win it,
I do too.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
I like as much as I like to shit on Logan Paul, he is really, really good. Like
Yeah.
really, like
Give me Logan.
I don't want him to win, but I think Logan Paul will win because Randy doesn't need it. Kevin Owens really doesn't need it either.
No.
He could use it, but
I think it'll just be a good match though.
oh, it'll be awesome.
he'll win via shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, you make him a bad guy. He's
With his
a bad guy.
and his now Prime will be in the middle of the ring type of thing.
That annoys me.
Yeah.
It's obnoxious. If it was like in the corners, I wouldn't have cared, but right in the middle, it looks stupid. It looks
Yeah, it
looks
looks kind of dumb.
it looks really dumb.
If you would have put it on like the turnbuckles or in the corners of the
Yeah,
ring,
or in the corners of the mat. Yeah, like that'd be fine. But right in the middle, like it.
kind of looks a little janky.
Okay.
I mean, it
I-
does make you hate him a little bit more though. So I guess
I mean, hey,
yeah.
good for him, man.
In the center.
Probably making a buttload of money there.
Are we ready for King filler match?
Yeah, go ahead.
Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, Naomi versus Damage Control. That's we need to put people on the card to make them happy. And because that match was just made Friday.
Yeah, give me the Jade Cargill.
Yeah, the one with Jade Cargill. She's gonna win. She has to win.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna flip a coin. Damage Control.
There's
No.
chance.
There's
Not
not
even.
even.
There's not even.
With how much hype they've put behind this girl.
I've never been
Right,
more
I know,
confident.
I
in my
agree.
I'm just telling you, anyone who watched her in AEW, I know she went to Tyson Kidd's wrestling school. That's why she hasn't been on thing.
She's not.
Unless she learned how to be Bret Hart in one night, nothing's gonna happen with her.
She's not. I don't really get
No,
the hype.
No, she has a crazy physique.
She's not bad. She's
a good on the mic.
yeah, but
that's
she's
it.
not like
No, she's not.
she's not like Rhea or or Bianca or Sasha or Charlotte. She's not that good.
We
Yeah.
ready for the main events?
Her team will win. I flipped the coin more symbolically of I don't really care about that match.
Yeah.
I'll be the one where I had to get my kids to bed or
Yeah.
OP or get some to eat.
That'll be a go get some food.
I'll be on the
Yes.
Twitter.
Yes.
So which one do we want to hit first? Do we want to
It's gotta
go
be nine-
Bloodline together?
Yeah, it's gotta be night one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, we had the.
Yeah, do we want to go both the Bloodline matches together? Like as in do the tag team match and then
I think you do the tag team match and then the 2 title matches.
okay, sounds good.
Cody, by the way, I just want to state, I thought I like am semi excited for it. I don't really agree with this match. I don't get it that much. But Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins versus The Rock and Roman Reigns. I get it from the point that The Rock wrestling in a tag team match makes sense because if he wrestles in a singles match, he's going to get hurt.
Well, that and I just don't think I even think you can look from like the John Cena matches. Even then, they weren't bad, but right now he couldn't like carry a match on his side.
No. And he's like 50. He's way bigger than he needs to
Than he
be.
was.
So
Um,
I just saw something today. So remember how Rock and Hogan faced off?
Yeah.
Where The Rock is 2 years older than Hogan was in that match.
Oh God. Yeah, but
are you serious?
But I have my own reservations. I remember I saw something the other day on TikTok that was like Hulk Hogan wasn't that bad of a wrestler. No.
It was not a good
Just
wrestler.
when your
Yes.
finishing move was a leg drop.
Right. And I say that as he's his age. I mean,
Yeah.
Rock at 52 compared to
Yeah.
Hogan at 50, night and day.
Yeah.
But still, the point is like he's old. Yeah, he's not gonna put on,
Yeah, no.
WrestleMania 17
I
match
think
like
it's
against
really
Austin.
I think it's really just a side. I think like he's way too big for to wrestle,
Yeah.
especially for his height, and he's a big guy. He's bigger than he was.
There was a movie. What movie was it? The Game Plan. Is that the movie he did? It was on TV the other day, and I was just like, oh, nothing else is on. God, he's he's the pebble in that thing, man. He ain't the Rock, dude. He is just super skinny, and
Yeah, he's huge these days.
that's what I've heard. He apparently got one movie where he just got jacked and went, "I'm just gonna stay this way."
I think it was Fast and Furious when he went for like whatever was it Hobbs? Is his name Hobbs?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was big in the first Fast and Furious he was in, Fast 5.
Right.
And that was about the time like what that would have been like 2009. So that would have been
think
like
it's
2 years before he came back.
Right. Right.
But I got the
What was
Bloodline win
WWE?
in night one.
Yeah, so do I.
So do I.
That makes the most sense.
Yeah, it makes the most sense to me.
And do you know how I think it's going to happen?
Do
Cody,
tell.
Cody Rhodes throws the Rock out of the ring. He's got Roman in the crossroads. Hits it. Curb stomp. Cody gets curb stomped by Seth.
Ooh, you think a turn, huh?
Why are these two together?
Yeah, that is so
That's
true.
so. You,
So
you
true.
wanted to give Seth Rollins a main event spot?
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? Like,
And I'll get into my whole Seth Rollins thing when we get to the World Heavyweight title match.
I would have just did Seth versus Drew versus Sammy, and then the main event of night 2 is Cody versus Roman versus. If you have to put Rock in, I would have been fine with that because
I could see that.
you still could have
Yeah.
protected Rock, and it becomes so much more interesting after the Vegas thing because it becomes more about like the families and who's the true royal family of professional wrestling. Would have been sick.
Yeah, you could-
I like where your mind at. I don't think that's gonna happen though. I
Makes
could
sense.
see them more losing. I do think the Bloodline's gonna win because I think that makes the most sense for night 2. But I think if anything, it's gonna be one of those miscommunications type of losses where
yeah.
somebody's Seth and they're gonna hit something's gonna happen and they're
Or
gonna hit an edge.
hear me out. They do shenanigans again,
Right.
like Seth's down, Rock's down. Same thing happened last year in the main event. Solo comes out, spikes him,
Could be. Yep.
Yeah.
wins.
Actually, I think that there's a chance of that happening too.
Yeah.
All right, so we all got you got the bloodline winning. Nick's got the bloodline winning. What do
Nick,
we
you're
think?
talking too
What
much,
do we
man.
think the
Shut up.
stipulation's gonna be?
It's just gonna be bloodline rules, so you can just do whatever the fuck you want. That's what they're
No
getting
DQ?
at. Yeah, that's what they're getting at. So
Yeah.
I have a
I think he
feeling-
just said we get to choose whatever stipulation we want.
Oh, I thought it was just like
No, I'm pretty sure he said if you guys win, bloodline's banned, but if we win, we get to pick the stipulation.
There's
I
let's
thought it was
see.
just bloodline rules. It's literally what they've just been
So
saying.
according to Wikipedia, it says if Rock and Reigns win, the championship match on NXT will be held under Bloodline rules, and there's a link to it, and it just goes to all types of matches you could have. So there's no.
Yeah, I think it's just like anything goes.
I think it's gonna be, yeah. I mean, no DQ. Whatever.
It would be some form of no DQ where if
Yeah.
whoever gets involved.
I have a feeling. I genuinely have a feeling that like it'll be no DQ, no one gets involved, and we can talk about that. But I think Dustin Rhodes will come back out.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I think okay, so we all got the bloodline winning. Let's move on to Seth and Drew because we're running out of time here. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship. Give me Drew McIntyre.
I want Drew McIntyre. Don't ever give a fuck about a Seth Rollins championship reign. Just so you know, don't give a fuck.
I think his best one was easily the 2015 one, whatever he was just starting out, which is a sad thing to say. I just don't like. I don't. Why he's a part of this bloodline story? What does he have to gain? It makes zero sense at all for him to be in it. He should have just built this program with Drew. Everybody loves Drew. They're gonna put the title on Drew.
Drew's been putting on the work of his career.
He's doing insane work, especially throwing shots at Punk.
Special players make special plays.
Sorry, brother.
Sorry, brother.
I think like Punk versus Drew, like that's clearly what they're going towards. Now it depends if you think that Drew needs the title for it or not. I would have said I think the best case scenario is Damian Priest cashes in and wins the title here, and then you can just keep the belt off both of them. But everybody wants Drew to have his moment. I'm fine with it. I just don't care.
I'd rather have Damian Priest get hit by a car before
Well, I
the
don't.
whole thing.
Yeah, I don't think he should be the champion. I don't get that at all. He's not ready to be the champion. He's also like 45 too.
He's 38 years old. I looked that up the other day.
Yeah, he's up there. I think the best thing is Drew wins the title here.
All right. Are you ready?
God, don't give me.
Damien's cashing in, baby.
I think so. Punk is going to be on commentary, right?
Yeah.
All right. I think because of that, Drew is going to lose because he is the heel who's going to get you distracted by some
Oh yeah.
stupid Punk thing. That's how,
Actually, I didn't think about it. If Punk's
right?
doing commentary, there's
So,
no way
but
it's gonna
here's my thought. Like I agree. Drew needs his moment because he won, but he won in front of nobody. But you can have a banger of a match and still have a moment, right? But then I think Damian Priest does possibly cash in because if Seth wins, who's the only person to cash in at WrestleMania? Seth Rollins. And if he gets cashed in on at WrestleMania,
Yeah.
it kind of comes full circle.
That'd be
And if that doesn't happen at WrestleMania, it will happen on Monday night. Mark my words. Damian Priest will be champion by Monday at least.
Fuck that, man. I don't want that so bad. I don't.
That is my
I would have been fine. I would have been
prediction.
cool with it if it was Dom. That would be so awesome if Dominic Mysterio
'Cause-
cashed in on Seth Rollins at
Now,
WrestleMania.
what about this? What if the same thing happens? Damian comes out,
Gives Drew the Money in the Bank briefcase. He cashes in again, wins. It's like a two-part match.
I mean,
Just no Damian.
I just don't think you can have. I mean, as big as I mean, I get you guys hate Seth. That's fine. And Seth Rollins is
I
annoying.
don't hate Seth. I just
I don't
don't
hate
care.
I just
He-
don't care. Yeah.
He's annoying in my mind, but he's great, and the company loves him. They're not going to have him lose twice at WrestleMania. He's going to win at least once.
Yeah, that is
I'm just saying.
that's such a good point, though. It's such a good point.
I could see like Punk
And
screwing
he's
over.
Triple H's guy.
I could see Punk
Right.
screwing over Drew, then Rollins wins it, then
Then Punk cashes in.
then Damian.
Then Punk brings out the old
Yeah.
AEW title and says, "I'm the real."
Yeah, I'm the
world
real
champion."
world
Yeah.
champion.
Because if you think about it, really the feud with Punk is more with Drew than it is with Seth.
Yeah.
So that again, I think he does something to screw Drew over. Because Drew is the one who hurt him. So
I don't know. All right.
The match.
I'm going Seth with the very possibility of a cash in.
I'm gonna go Drew.
All right. I don't think it's not a bad choice.
Yeah.
Who you got?
That's more of
I'm-
a want.
Nick's got Seth Rollins winning.
All right, Nate. Nate. Nick. You,
What's up,
listen,
Nate?
Same thing.
What's up, Nate?
Nate, what's up?
Okay, Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. It has to be. Has to be. If it isn't, I'm
Okay.
out.
Okay,
if it
can we-
isn't,
can
I'm
we-
out.
Can
I
we
don't
ignore the
care.
prediction though? Before this is gonna be a banger, just like last year.
Oh, it's gonna
last
be
year
an
was a
ins-
masterpiece of a fucking match.
It's gonna be insane. I think it's going to be Cody Rhodes. The Bloodline will get involved, but Cody Rhodes will have Jimmy and Randy, maybe John Cena. He'll have everybody who
And also before this, because I just remembered. You remember when everyone thought Cody was winning, and especially when he gave the belt to Luke Harper's kid?
yeah,
Luke Harper's kid had to have been fucking devastated.
Yeah.
Front row.
Yeah, Brody. Oh, dude,
Yeah,
that's
and Roman
terrible.
was just
Yeah,
we the one.
I think Cody's gonna get help from everybody that Roman screwed over. Roman's gonna get help from the Bloodline. I think we all have Cody winning this match, right? Because it's
Should.
what it should
Should
be.
be.
It's
Should be.
Mike.
right now. Right now should.
It's over. They have built this to the best place it could be.
Okay.
Let's not do this again.
I'm gonna say it though. After watching the Roman Reigns documentary that came out last night on A&E, he's one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, he is. This is one of the greatest title runs ever.
It's not
I
even
did
that.
not-
I think him, like everything.
Yeah,
done.
he's up there for sure.
My only issue with I would agree to that with the asterisk that the dude does not wrestle much.
That does piss me off.
You know how many matches he's had in like 2023? It was like 11.
I
And only
genuinely think it's
three
leukemia.
three were like for title defenses on pay-per-views.
You think he's got issues?
because they
man?
touched on it in the documentary that he still takes medicine
Well, sure.
on that.
He
whole
looks
stuff.
like he's somewhat sick. I mean,
That's what I'm
he's-
telling. And I genuinely think it's not even him not wanting to wrestle. I think it's for the safety in
Oh,
the
sure.
back of his mind, just like being like, I don't want to deteriorate
Right.
anything I have still.
Yeah. No, the reign is. I mean, okay. First off, my prediction. I do think Cody should win and probably is likely going to. I kind of even was kind of hinting at. I think. So you all heard the Cena Austin thing from.
Yeah. That'll be a banger.
I could totally see like an Austin coming out, The Rock's biggest rival when The Rock's trying to get involved and them going at that would be fucking cool. But I do see Cody. But anyways, back to the Roman thing. I give it one of the greatest of all time title reigns as far as that. I just think him as a wrestler, the ups and downs. I don't know. I'm not putting him on my Mount Rushmore by any
Not my
means.
Mount Rum.
I mean,
Not even on my
not,
Mount Rushmore
He's
B.
close
Like,
though.
he's not like the best in-ring guy.
No,
Um,
his character work
Yeah, the
is
career.
is top.
you
notch.
could make a good argument to me that he's a top 10 of all time.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
I more. In
I would
that
not put him top 5. I could see a top 10 argument.
I
I would
think
say
when it's
that
all
ballpark.
said and done and he's done, he will be probably.
I'm not saying I put him top 10, but I could listen to that.
I think he's already in my top 10. But again, we can't get into this more because we don't have the time. But there's the guys that are in that top 5 are kind of just you can't get past them.
Right.
If you do, you are. I don't even know what you'd have to do.
Does Rock screw over Roman here? He should.
I think so.
I think
he does.
maybe unintentionally.
Yeah, that's what.
I think he should on purpose, and I think it should be like
that
Yeah,
would
like
be
we all
good.
predict,
I agree with that.
like we all like I already said that should predict our next the L instead of the
Yeah.
1.
yeah.
Like I think next year's WrestleMania should be easily night 2 Roman versus Rock. Let's just get it out of the way.
Yeah.
And then night 1 for me. I think it'd be sick if you made Cody Rhodes like a bad guy.
Bullet Club.
Bullet
Cody
Club,
Rhodes.
insane Homelander, Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk at Mania. Book it. Money. Now Cody Rhodes should win that. But with that being said, it feels like I don't know, because it feels like no matter what, they're gonna do Cody versus Roman 3, probably at SummerSlam. Roman has to get a rematch.
Maybe.
And maybe Rock can screw him over there.
Or that's the triple threat.
Or maybe I don't think Rock's gonna wrestle, not WrestleMania.
That's what they're talking about, him being signed on for SummerSlam because they have advertised him.
I think he'll be. I mean, I think he's gonna be around
Yeah.
a lot.
See, I've heard,
This is another theory that obviously is probably never going to happen, but people are saying that Cody Rhodes gets screwed or someone gets screwed and they come off of a mask and it's MJF.
I think he's still.
I still think he's with
I
AEW,
still
but
think
it
he's
would
with
be
AEW.
crazy.
That would be dope.
Yeah. I think we can all agree that if Cody Rhodes doesn't win this match, I don't even know what to say. I didn't know what to say last year. He wants it to happen so fucking bad.
I don't want it to happen so bad, but I would.
Why are we building up stories? Like why? What's the point? It's over. Just kill it. It's done.
Will you give it any % chance that Cody loses?
Yeah, I would say there's like a 75% chance he wins and a 25% chance. I'm still not
95-5 for him winning.
I'm still not sold.
I think
You know what? The fact that you're not sold,
That's the
means
beauty
they've done
of
a
it.
great job. That means they've done a good job.
That's a beauty of it for me.
Like
No,
to me,
I'm not
wrestling.
sold because I feel like they'll fuck it up.
No,
That's not like
he doesn't think about it from like the pure enjoyment that you're gonna have nerves going into
because
this
there's
match.
nowhere to go after if Roman wins. There's
have the-
nowhere to go.
We're thinking about the match.
It's gonna be a banger match.
Exactly.
I think that it's probably 90% 10. Cody should. I think Triple H knows he's got to win. Nowhere left to go.
I got my main events for next year though.
All right, what is it?
Roman versus Rock, like agreed with him. I think face Cody versus Gunther. Gunther wins Cody turns heel.
I think face. I think I got Roman versus Rock. Heel Cody Rhodes versus face Seth Rollins or face CM Punk. That'd be sick, Mikey.
Well, obviously we're gonna have Rock and Roman, and then Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. No, I have no idea for the.
Look it.
You're getting it, man. You're getting your match.
Who's your prediction, Nick?
I have no idea.
Nick's like
Kelly versus Michelle McCool.
Randy Orton versus Logan Paul. By the way, Logan Paul will win.
Doink
World
the
Championship.
Tell you what, I'll make this prediction. So it will be Rock and Roman, but the title defense will be a fatal 4-way.
I don't, and it could be
A
I
fatal
can get
4-way
four.
main event WrestleMania would be sick.
It won't be a singles match. It'll be a.
I can agree with that. I can get on that.
All right. We got to wrap this up because we really don't have a chance. My laptop will die. Anyways, I know you're sad and you got to go back to your job.
I do.
Anyways, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Forever Talking, where we talk nothing forever. My name is Ian Moore with my commentating partner and co-host Nick, and then this dickhead who's a part-timer. And Mike, thanks for joining us again for this year's WrestleMania predictions.
You're welcome.
Thanks for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come talk about wrestling.
Let me know how well the ratings do because they're going to do great.
They're going to do great. They're going to do phenomenal. I'll keep you posted.
Keep me posted.
We will. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. So yeah, peace, love, adios.
I fall down, but I don't lose sight. What's success if there ain't no fight? Highs and lows, well, I guess that's life.